lifelong conflict with the Palestinians. American Jews believed that peace simply had to be possible. After all, America had made peace with Germany, with Japan, with Vietnam. Thoughtful leaders could move their countries beyond conflict. Why couldn't Israel do that? While one of the main causes of the breakup was Israel's relationship with the Palestinians, another was Israel's relationship with diaspora Jews. Israel's leadership, the rabbinate and numerous politicians, were adopting a dismissive attitude towards non-Orthodox Judaism, resisting its influence in Israel and besmirching its impact in the diaspora. With some 90% of American Jews defining themselves as non-Orthodox, that attitude was also killing the relationship. Alon Pincus was right, in some ways. Many American Jews, especially liberals, progressives, and millennials, overlapping categories in many cases, had indeed had enough of the conflict and were beyond offended at what Israeli leadership had to say about their Jewish way of life. What Pincus didn't mention, however, was that Israelis were just as exasperated with American Jews. In November 2017, Tzipi Hotovely, Israel's deputy foreign minister, had been invited to speak at Hillel at Princeton University, but was then disinvited after pressure from a little-known progressive organization. Infuriated that Hillel had capitulated, Hotovely unleashed a diatribe about American Jews, explaining why they were so out of touch with Israelis. One factor, she said, was their not understanding the complexity of the region. She then went on to say essentially that American Jews lived rich, secure, and overly comfortable lives, entirely different from what Israelis experienced. People that never send their children to fight for their country. Most of the Jews don't have children serving as soldiers, going to the Marines, going to Afghanistan or to Iraq. Most of them are having quite convenient lives. They don't feel how it feels to be attacked by rockets, and I think part of it is to actually experience what Israel is dealing with on a daily basis. It was hardly mellifluous English, but her point was clear, and American Jews were enraged. Here was Israel's deputy foreign minister, essentially telling them that they didn't understand Israel, that they were too coddled to appreciate the challenges that Israelis regularly faced, and that they were essentially spoiled, overprotected, wealthy couch potatoes. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was forced to chastise Hotovely publicly, yet when the reform movement in America demanded that Netanyahu fire her, he flatly refused. Prime ministers do not fire ministers for such minor missteps. Netanyahu also understood that, ill-chosen though her words may have been, in Israel there was a widespread sense of satisfaction that someone had finally called it like they saw it. More measured writers and speakers made similar points. Attila Shomfalvi, a Romanian-born Israeli journalist for Israel's most popular news website, Ynet, addressed American Jews when the subject of the rift arose, asking them, "What have you done in recent years to fully understand Israeli society, or to present yourselves to Israel?" Israel was foreign to American Jews because they had not invested any genuine effort in getting to know the real Israel. American Jews were also responsible for the rift. Why have American Jews had it with Israelis? And why are Israelis no less put out with their American counterparts? What ails the relationship? Why can't we just get along? Many have begun asking. The purpose of this book is to trace and then to explain some of the more central causes of the complex, fraught, love-filled, hate-filled relationship that American Jews and Zionists, and then Israelis after 1948, have long had. When did the tensions begin and why? What led to some periods of calm, even enthusiasm? Why does the relationship between the world's two largest Jewish communities matter? And is there anything that can be done to address the current crisis? There are, of course, important Jewish communities in many places throughout the world. One reason that this book looks specifically at the relationship between Jews in the United States and Israel, and not at others, is demographic. The American and Israeli